Hey. Oh my God. Guys, I am sorry to keep you waiting. I will be extremely honest with you. I Scheduling lives is very tricky for me because uh, I have just learned how to, after you schedule a live and then how you go live. So I mean, mimi ni mzee. You guys understand this. I know you are sure. Many of my viewers know I'm an old man. I am struggling with the technology. So please forgive me, guys. We are late by 5 minutes and we are going to dig right into it because we really don't have a lot of time. I want to make sure that all the lives we do every day, all the lives we do every day, uh, go for at least 30 minutes, not beyond 30 minutes. This is your Jomba Mobili Mogodi. I am coming to you live from Ol Kalou. Pahali niko, it is called Karau ward. I had a small fight with Mary Kadomi. Many of you know her she was the chairperson of the Okia Umtata Presidential Candidacy Exploration Committee. I hope I got that right because she was calling it the constituency Ol Kalou. Mimi nikamwambia hapana, ni Kalou. But then nimefika hapa nikakuta hii ward inaitwa hapa hii ward ya town inaitwa Karau. So very many of you, since I came to Ol Kalou on the 13th of July, on Monday 13th of July, have been disturbing me, asking me questions about what is it called, the ground. Kila mtu anataka kujua kuhusu ground. I really need this channel to start making money so that I can have techs. I can employ techs. Wanaitwa techies. Like now, I'm sorry, my sound was takataka because I was not wearing my mic. Just feel free. Welcome to the channel. Please put your comments on. Put your questions on the comments. I can see them, guys. So yeah, let us just dive into it. Today, I spent the day in Karau ward, which is Ol Kalou town. I went to Rurii. It is Rurii. May I pronounce it as Rurii, but it is Rurii, something like that. And then I also went to Mirangine. Mirangine is the one that is famous for having fishing boats delivered by former cabinet secretary anaitwa nani mzee Moses Kuria. I saw the boats. They are packed there's a pier in the middle of the dam. It's a dam. It's I don't know, like I don't even understand. Naboisho Leadership Institute. The etymology of Ol Kalou is actually in the Maa language. Nivile tu, it has shifted to Karau because of the influence of the Kikuyu. Thank you, Mwalimu. That's a good thing about the internet is that you learn every day. Unaona mimi paka sahi sijui. In fact, I was still struggling with to understand why kuna Masai names hapa, Ol Kalou, Ol Joro, Orok, etc. So, I have met hundreds of Kenyan voters. Kwanza nilikutana na matapeli wawili who are above 60 years. Wamama wazee who nearly conned me in Mirangine because, you know, I move around with a handbag. Sawa, and my handbag looks like it is carrying money. I just want to show you guys the handbag. So this is my handbag. So whenever I am walking around with this carries all my gadgets, my microphones, my whatever. So kila pale nilikuwa naenda, first of all, people used to think that this is carrying money. Mimi ni mtu wa UDA naenda kupeana pesa. So these women, after wameniona, wakaanza kuniambia, sisi ni wa Mushina, UDA. Hata mmoja alikuwa na scarf kwa handbag akatoa. And then tukaanza kuongea, nikawauliza about the election, etc. And I was convinced that these were UDA people. So finally, when I told them, okay, asanteni sana, mimi, let me go about my way. Kwani watupatii pesa? Sasa nawapatia pesa ya nini? Si tumekwambia sisi ni wa Mushina, hiyo bag kwani imebeba nini? Hiyo mfuko yako imebeba nini? So immediately after I told them no, I am an independent YouTube reporter. Nani wa mama wazee hawa? These are women older than nearly my mom's age. Once I told them that no, I am here to cover the by-election, wakaniambia tu bwana, hapa ni one term bwana, hakuna mushina, hakuna nini. That is the ground. That is the ground. First of all, I want to thank the people of Ol Kalou. I was walking in town in the morning today and nikasikia vijana wamepiga nduru hapo. I was surrounded by some young Kenyan men and women and they gave me a very warm welcome na wakanifanyia kamchango hapo niweke kwa pikipiki ya kwenda Mirangine. So vijana wangu wote wa Ol Kalou, thank you very much for the warm welcome. I have gotten some very big help from someone from the Twitter application, from the X application, who is providing me with the boda transport services. I will not mention his name until after I leave this place for security purposes. I do this every time I go outside. I go outside my comfort zones to make sure that at least I protect the people who take care of me while I am on the ground. So watu wa Ol Kalou, I feel the love. Asanteni sana. So let's go to the business now. Guys, the ground is very hostile to President Ruto. It is extremely hostile. There's a place called Makuti where I had uji with some young people hapo, some ladies and some men. And these guys were telling me like, bro, sisi, we are ready to die. If this government, if this president wants to kill us because we are saying one term and because hatutaki serikali, we are ready to go. That is how hostile things are. This is a rural county. This is a rural constituency. And, especially nyinyi watu wa town, nyinyi watu wa town huwa tunachukulia watu wa mashinani ya kwamba ni kama kidogo the voters here are not in tune or in touch. Guys, people are switched on in a bad way. People are angry. Like there's no way I can explain to you without wasting your time. Nataka niende tu kwa maswali moja kwa moja. If UDA, if Samuel Mushina wins this by-election, just mufanye tu mpango, munipeleke, just move me to the moon, because just this one day, this day one of me touring these 3 wards, like I don't even want to go to Kaimbaga tomorrow. I don't want to go to Kainjuri, sijui naitwa nini hiyo nyingine, because I've gone to 3 today, Rurii, Karau and Mirangine. I saw the boats. Mirangine was a little depressing, by the way. I met a guy, a 45-year-old man who studied agricultural engineering in Egerton or Moi University. I'll confirm from my footage that I recorded today. And that depressed me. That depressed me so much. Let me tell you, watazamaji wangu, I have never been depressed like that. This guy is amekuwa to a village drunkard, basically a chokora. Yeah, that is the real Kenya now. It is depressing, but I have to bring it to you. But we could not have a conversation because he was drunk. So hiyo footage yake iko tu hapo tu. I will see what to do with it, maybe in cuts. Haya, we are on Drem 6908 fungua live. Asante, poleni sana, nilikuwa na challenges kidogo, mnajua. Naboisho mwalimu, thank you very much for the education on nani, how is the literacy levels. Wewe, this is Kenya safa bana. Watu wamesoma bana. Watu wamesoma. This is Kenya. Like, ninakwambia nimekutana na an agricultural engineering graduate from Egerton University. Ako hapa is dying because ameniambia hajai kupata kazi. Jurantas Garden, have you managed to acclimatize the cold? It is extremely cold, guys. I nearly died last night, and the hotel room I was in didn't even help. Nilikuwa nimelalia cardboard. Acheni tu. I'm curious about the literacy levels. Yeah, so that one, like I'm telling you, Safa, people are very well educated. Hakuna shida. Hata hao wazee, mimi nakwambia wazee wanajaribu kunikon. Wameona hapo wakajua. Olchoro, Rock, Masai for Blackpool.
It became Ol Rock over the years. Drem 6908, thank you very much, Mwalimu. Have they given you enough waru? Kitu nimechoka ni cabbage. Everywhere is cabbage. Breakfast, kuna cabbage hapo unawekewa on the side. Lunch, kuna cabbage somewhere unawekewa on the side. I'm really tired of cabbages. I had dinner. I had managu for dinner. Anthony Muli 9728, Mogodi, after your conversation today, what do people think of this by-elections? Are they with the government? I am telling you, if UDA, Samuel Mushina, wins this by-election, munipeleke kwa moon. I know we don't have a space program in Kenya, but make arrangements. Munipeleke kwa Elon Musk. It will be good riddance to you. All of you, I will have been lying to you. The ground is extremely hostile. What I have gotten from the people mostly is people are very angry at the conmanship. What they feel is conmanship by President Ruto. Ol Kalou constituency is a construction site. I have uploaded 3 videos today. One of them is me going to Rurii on the way to Mirangine. And like each and every road in this town, work is being done. The market, I went to the market in the evening when I came back around 6 p.m. Nimekutana na kina mama hapo, walifanyishwa kazi from the 2nd of July until 11th of July. I posted it on Twitter. They were promised that they'll be paid after wamemaliza kazi on the 11th. They were not paid. And those women are very worried that on 16th, ikifika, when they vote for their DCP candidate, they won't be paid their money. And the worst thing about the project here, ya market, ya huko Ol Kalou market in town, is that this project was supposed to be done in 2021. Construction was supposed to start in May 2021 and end in November 2021. It was never done until juzi. So you can tell me how those market women feel. And then to make it worse, wakuje wakue conned na nani? Na hawa watu. Just go, for those who are on Twitter, you can see that the post I have done. Au kina mama, around 15 women. They are very angry. Just ask Kilo, hi, asante sana. Questions Mobili, how is the ground? Very hostile. I've seen one user on Twitter post photos of 3 gender reveal trucks. Hizo sijaona, but because I did not spend the day in Ol Kalou town, I have not seen those anti-riot trucks at GSU. Hopefully tomorrow I will see them, because I will try to cover as much ground as possible kwa hizi vitongoji vya Ol Kalou town. Dream, what is the effect of the millions thrown on the ground there? Gas cylinders, mattresses. So the people I spoke to about mattresses and these gas cylinders ilikuwa ni huko Rurii na Mirangine. In fact, Mirangine ndio nimekaa chini na mama mmoja akanionyesha receipt. Sawa, but then for privacy we agreed that I will not take pictures or post them. So the gas cylinders, first of all, are not free. You pay 1,500 shillings for them. So number 2 is that gas cylinders is really not an issue, because the people are not poor. This is not a poverty county, a poverty-stricken county like Taita Taveta, where I come from, or like Emuruadigir, where we did that by-election in April. Sawa? The people here are farmers. They're very serious farmers, and they also keep dairy. Nimeona ng'ombe nzuri sana huku by the hadi I started asking people hapa kama wanaweza kuna shamba pahali wanaweza kuniuzia. So they are not really wowed by mattresses, gas cylinders and money. Hiyo pesa hata like there's a bodaboda, there's a mzee who carried me jana from KMTC grounds, campus, KMTC Nyandarua campus grounds, where I went there to cover. Sawa? So he was leaving the grounds, na mimi nilikuwa nimetoka hapo, nikamomba nibebe anilete town. And so I asked him, so umechukua pesa? And he's like, hapana. Mimi, hii ambao unanilipa, this is my money. Sawa, hiyo ati niende huko shwe vumbi, nipewe sijui 500, it is ni kunikosea heshima. Niko na shamba, tunalima, tuko na ng'ombe, hii pikipiki ni ya kusupplement income. So the people here are not moved. The roads, kuna pahali hapo kunaitwa Makuti. Sawa, Makuti kuna barabara imewekwa maram after 15 years. Sawa, and hiyo barabara ya Makuti huwa ndio inaenda kwa mashamba kuharvest maviazi, makarati, makafichi, hizo zinaitwa aje, green peas and all those things. And those people were hapo hiyo area, they were very, very angry. Sawa, hata wakaanza kunipimia hiyo maram, it is half an inch of maram. Sawa, so the problem is the people are tired and angry at the conmanship. It is just conmanship. And that is why if you go to my Twitter, utaona hiyo post ya nini. It's also on my community on YouTube. For those who are not on Twitter, I know there are people like my mom and dad are not on Twitter, so nimewekea hapo kwa community, and also some guys ambao mko hapa, but msiambie mtu asisikie. The reason why I do these lives at 9 is because I don't want my parents to watch Citizen, NTV, and other mainstream media nonsense. So they tune in here, they watch this. So yeah, at least I reduce propaganda ya serikali in my home. Was the approximate people you interview? So I met at least 100 people, because it started since morning at 7. Mimi, everyone I interact with, for those who know me and who've seen me operate on the ground, anyone I meet, Mimi, I engage automatically. I don't have like a statistician in my team to help me document these people, because now niko peke yangu, niko na camera, niko na microphone, I have to set up nini na nini. But I've met over 100 people since 8 a.m. today when I woke up. I woke up late. Nimeamka saa 2. I'm supposed to be out by 6. So I've met young people, 18 people who new voters, and I've met these 2 women my mom's age, the ones nimesema walikuwa wanajaribu kunikon. So I have met everyone in between. And the funniest thing is there's a place huko kwa hiyo kwa Kiongo, kwa dam. Guess what? This guy looks at me as I was doing my cut, my cut with me and the camera, and then nikimaliza, an old man, nikimaliza, so you know the way I do this is your Jomba Mwabili Mwagodi. So mzee akauliza, Mwabili unatoka wapi? I'm like, I'm from Taita Taveta. Unajua nilikuwa na mwalimu Kenya Institute of Special Education anaitwa Mrs. Mwabili. That is your mother, yes? Dunia ni ndogo. He's a former head teacher hapa huko Mirangine. Ameretire to January. I even had to call my mother so that he speaks. He studied in Kise. It's called Kise, Kenya Institute of Special Education. He studied there 2003 to 2005. First, there's nothing like free gas. They are being sold at 1,500 per gas. That is very true. Thank you very much, Majipo Farm. Mattress mingi zimetupwa. Kwa wale ambao wanauliza kuhusu mattress, mingi zimetupwa na zimechomwa. I see the UDA election portal. Nah, guys, just disregard that. UDA election portal, hakuna kitu kama UDA election portal, guys. That's some nonsense. That is propaganda ya kina nani ya kuwakasirisha na kuwachosha. Chaneni na hiyo upuzi. Have you seen the 100 police? Well, there's a very heavy police presence. It's not even the police. It is NIS. Tell me how I know it's NIS. At breakfast today, there's this restaurant I went to upper town. And wageni unawajua. You know, when you live somewhere, I don't live here, sawa? But these guys just looked out of place. After their dressing, yani wanavakishamba sana. So it is flooded with NIS, it is flooded with DCI in plainclothes. Everywhere, hadi huko. Masubaru ziko hadi huko, mashinani huko. Kwanza especially Tumaini. Tumaini is there's a very heavy presence because apparently watu wa Tumaini wakitoka kwa streets they shut it down. I will try and document these stories from June 2024, but they held some of the biggest protests we have ever seen here in Ol Kalou in Kenya. And they were bigger than hata hiyo ya kuinvent parliament. Watu walichoma ofisi ya hapo Kirinyaga restaurant hapo, ni county commissioner ama ni nani? County commissioner walichoma. Bado ni gofu. I didn't get time to take pictures. I'll try and take pictures tomorrow. Penetration of social media, like I've told you, vijana wa Twitter wako wengi sana hapa. Mmoja wao ni mtu wangu ambaye ananizungusha hapa around this constituency, and I met other Twitter guys and women in the morning. and those people wameniekea mafuta ya pikipiki, so guys are switched on. Did you sample the opinion from old people today or no, sinasema ni kidogo nitapeliwa na kina mama the age of my mother, walikuwa wanajua mimi ni mtu wa UDA. Safa, according to them, is it just a one term versus two term agenda, or no, it is not even a one term versus two term thing. It is just people are angry. Sawa, the people of Ol Kalou are very angry. I have never seen angry people like I have seen today. Sawa, I thought that Kenyans are angry. You people are not angry. Kwanza wakina mama, women are breathing fire. And then to make it worse, it is conmanship at conmanship. Kuna kijiji nimepeleka huko Mirangine, hizo ambazo wanasema ati wameleta stima. These people wameenda wameangusha pole huko moja, wamedunga, sawa, na wakaondoka. And these people are asking, kwani sisi ni wajinga kiasi gani? In fact, there's a man anaitwa John, I even took his number. He told me, no, mabili mimi have been huko kwenu. You people have piped water. Sawa, sisi hatuna piped water. Wamechimba borehole huko Mirangine huko juu somewhere, zenye Moses Kuria ameangusha pipes, sawa, and baada ya kuchimba imeachwa hivyo. After Moses Kuria alimaliza kupiga mapicha, imeachwa hivyo. It has been left like that, guys. Believe it or not. The pipes hata hakuna mambo kuchimba nini kuweka, hakuna. Oh, Rurii is like Rurii, like the swamp. Okay, Rurii. Okay. Yeah, because I'm struggling with the way they are pronouncing Rurii and Rurii. Me, I'm seeing Rurii. So according to them, it's not one term versus two, but it's just no term. Ruto must go. Like if they could, they just wish he could just disappear off the face of the earth. Have you been accredited to cover the vote counting? I am going to work on that tomorrow morning. And if you are a journalist and you can help me with an accreditation, because nimezungushwa na IEBC, I started actually working on this thing last week. Now jamaa wamenizungusha sana. So my plan is tomorrow at 8 a.m. to walk in the constituency tallying center, the constituency tallying center. Niende nikaombe hiyo accreditation. So kama we ni journalist and you can get me an accreditation, niache kusumbuana na watu, because it's just a badge saying IEBC na ni haina majina. For you to come into conclusion that the ground is hostile. How many did you interview? Over 100. Boaz Bikeri. Nimetembea. If you're new here, for those who are my regular viewers, they know how I operate. Mimi huingia kwa ground and I meet people, and it doesn't matter whether it is DCP or UDA. I engage them and I don't care about their choice, because voters. I was talking to a friend of mine last night and I told him, and I don't want to say it here, but voters have minds of their own. Voters are stupid. So nimekutana na mtu wa UDA leo and he told me yeye anapigia UDA kwa sababu because ona maendeleo finally imekuja after miaka mingi. So that is voter for you. And that is like 1 in 8 people, maybe 100 people. Voter turnout, I expect it to be very high because the people are extremely motivated. There's a group of guys on Twitter, Akina Gits, who are from Ol Kalou. I've been seeing them engage on Twitter, and I see how angry, for specifically Gits has a countdown every day. Yeah, how many days are remaining until August 10th? Sawa. Now it makes sense that this is where he comes from, and this is how angry the people are. So voter turnout expected to be high. It should be over 70%. Mattresses wengi wametupa. Huko nani Mirangine nimeona nyingi wengine walirudisha huko kwa ofisi ya chief, because ni mattresses za vitanda za nani. Dream, it's good to know the reality on the ground. Many of us do not even know the gas was not free because the politicians posting photos on social. Yeah, the gas is 1,500 and it is not an issue. Sawa, the people did not wake up in the morning and say tunataka gas ama tuko na shida ya gas. No, shida zao ni tofauti kabisa. Their biggest problems is access to markets. Sawa, the roads have been bad for years. Nakwambia hiyo ya Makuti yenye naenda huko kwa mashamba ya viazi 15 years imewekwa mara mjuzi. No, there's no possibility of violence, guys. And violence, the only people who bring violence anywhere is the government. The people, mimi ni mtaita, niko Ol Kalou. Sawa, Ol Kalou kuna kila kabila. There is every tribe. The guy who is taking me around, their neighbor huko kwa mashamba yao huko wanalima is a Jaluo family. They are Luos who have been here since independence. Their grandfather or sijui great grandfather alikuwa ni wale machifu wa kwanza waliletwa hapa na mkoloni, sawa, in the 1950s, and those Luos have lived here to date. In fact, I want to meet this family on Friday after the election. Wameishi hapa, ni Wajaluo, but they speak Kikuyu, they do farming. So and yeah, so violence, no. Anything you see on mainstream media, whatever it is that is presented to you is a lie. The ground is very peaceful. The people are focused on their hustles. Sawa. People want to make money. People are just waiting to vote on Thursday morning, protect their votes, and get their candidate of choice. Bro, candidate waikwa government of unasema mimi nakwambia huku kumemwagwa in those rural areas huko kina Rurii kina wapi huko kumejaa plains clothes na manani na mapolisi wa kawaida. Yeah, so that is the situation on the ground. That is the situation on the ground. What have I missed? Because Mirangine, I have seen the boats. The boats are there, ziko packed hapo. Apparently since Moses Kuria left hapo, hizo boats hazijai kutolewa from the pier. Most of the residents hapo around that kwa Kiongo hawajai kukula hiyo fish. They've never eaten that fish, believe it or not. Yeah, there's no fish. Like wale wavuvi, in fact one of the people hapo hivyo ameniambia wale wavuvi ni wavivu wenye hawataki kulima, so they are going to waste their time on the lake. Sawa, ati wajifanya wanavua samaki waende kuuza. There's nothing, like it's nonsense. It's not a lake. It is like 2 football fields, maybe 1.5 football fields. No, Ol Kalou is very, very, very cosmopolitan. The whole county of Nyandarua is very cosmopolitan. There kuna watu wa kila aina, watu wa Nyeri, watu wa Kiambu, watu wa Murang'a, watu wa Kikuyu, wa every, like there's no one who can claim yeye ni Nyandarua ati their ancestors. No, the people who are in Nyandarua County came from outside. Sawa, and that is why I'm telling you, like my Boda guy, the guy who's taking me around, their neighbor huko kwa mashamba, their family farm, ni Wajaluo who have been here for decades since before independence, and our Wajaluo ni Wajaluo physically. They speak their Luo language, but they are also they speak fluent Kikuyu. How do they intend to hold the incoming candidate accountable? Safa Electrical, that is not my duty. Ati kwa naanza kuwauliza ati accountability ya candidates, sisi tunajua ni conmanship tu. Yeah, like for example, no, this is a referendum on President Ruto's performance, this Ol Kalou by-election, according to me, and especially how those people are angry. And this is a repeat of 2021. Rurii ward kulikuwa na the same situation where the MCA alikufa, alafu there was a by-election, and at that time it was when President Ruto had just started UDA, and he was going against Jubilee, and these people are rebellious in nature. And one of the ladies, kuna mama anaitwa Eunice, ameniambia their rebellion comes from JM Kariuki, and that is why they told me actually the reason why JM Kariuki was assassinated is because he was rebellious against then President Jomo Kenyatta. So akaniambia wako tuna damu ya JM Kariuki natembea ndani ya mwili. So about how it happens after the by-election, to be honest, that is not my part of my coverage of this by-election. My coverage is basically fully focused on the situation on the ground, the people, their lives, their livelihoods, and the election, like how they or who they will elect as their member of parliament. Where are the people? What are the people saying about buying IDs? Okay, I haven't met people wenye wamepoteza IDs, but kuna somewhere huko Rurii niliambiwa kuna kina mama ambao ID zao walipeana sijui Betty Maina. Betty Maina is from Murang'a or something, I'm not sure. And they were telling me about there was some women who had given out their IDs, and jana at the end of the campaign rallies they were crying. Wameenda sijui kwa chief, wameenda sijui wakapelekwa kwa sijui DCC wakisema walidanganywa wakapeana ID zao na sasa wanazitaka, na sasa that case is being followed up, but I have not met anyone whose ID was taken. Most of the people nikikutana nao nikiuliza mtu wako kadi ananitolea kitambulisho, naambia tunatembea na yuko kwa mkono. Dennis. Yeah, so like I said, Dennis, in the beginning of this live stream, the 80% or 90% of the vote, nimesema munipeleke, you take me to the moon, kindly. I wish I can express how angry the people are. There is an episode I will upload tomorrow at 8 a.m. The one which I the one which I have interviewed these people in Mirangine, some people, you will see it. You will feel the anger in the people. Yeah. So yeah, it's over 70% of the vote will be DCP. Yeah. So we are going to be doing, like I said, we are going to be doing 30 minutes. Internet imeanza kusumbua. We are only going to be doing 30 minutes of these lives every night at 9 p.m. And this is an effort to in my family, in my own family home where my mom and my dad consume Citizen and Nani. So at least they watch me here at 9 p.m. Waachane na hiyo upuzi inaendelea huko Citizen Nani. Because if you watch Citizen, NTV and whatever, you will think like this is a war zone. It is not a war zone. The people are... Nimelishwa makabbage hapa, nimechoka. I'm tired. I ate cabbage jana for dinner, nikakula cabbage breakfast, nimekula cabbage lunch. Hapana, no. Enough is enough. So what I was saying is guys, thank you very much. Asanteni sana for your support. Nimekuja Ol Kalou because of each and every one of you ambao you were watching me here right now on this live, and very many people from the Twitter application. Kidogo watu wa TikTok pia wana support, watu wa Instagram kidogo wana support, na Facebook kidogo pia wana support, but the bulk of my support is here from YouTube. You guys, yeah, I'm always thanking you guys, and I can never thank you enough. But the truth of the matter is, asanteni sana sana sana, and continue. Please help me fund this work. It is very expensive. Like kama uko mitaani leo lazima niende nikiachia vijana, especially you know, like those watu huko kwa village wa kunipeleka wapi kwenda kunionyesha hii kitu kunipeleka hapa. So yeah, but I'm not complaining, guys. I'm not complaining. I am really thankful. The number is 0799428109. Please niweke Mpesa hapo ya kuendeleza hii kazi. 0799428109. Oh, my best friend Aurelia is here. I am so happy. Oh my God, glad to catch you on here. Asante sana Aurelia, my sister. Thank you very much. Kwanza Aurelia amenishikilia, guys, nyinyi hamjui tu. Sitaki kuongea mambo yangu mimi na Aurelia hapa. Do you record as a true journalist or do you do some little civic education? The bulk of this channel is civic education. Kuna playlist hapo, ukienda hapo utaona Kenya voter education. That is what I do. In the morning, I had to buy a vest or vests because I forgot mine. Nilikuwa nimeziosha lakini hasikukauka. So I didn't forget that's what zimekauka. So I had to buy a new vest. And kwa hiyo shop, I was talking with those young men pale nimenunua nguo, and they were telling me, oh, sijui what. I told them, no. The constitution, the election. Yeah, so I do voter education as I go. I don't need the constitution, bro. I have all those articles in my head The first article is the people shall. So 0799428, kindly continue helping me to fund my travels around Ol Kalou constituency. On Wednesday, I will be going to IEBC very early in the morning. I'm going to try and get accreditation, but kama wewe ni journalist and you can get me an accreditation, please. Tupunguze niache kusumbwana. It is such, those guys, the last time in Rurii walinikalisha chini wakanipatia lesson ya 1 hour on media ethics. I appreciated that because it gave me a perspective on how to cover an election. An election is about 1 vote, and that vote must be respected. Sawa? And that vote, hata kama huyo mtu tunasema mwenye nimekutana na yeye leo amesema yeye ni wa UDA because ameona boti na ameona milingoti ya umeme, sawa, I must respect their choice because it is their choice. Kuna mtu ameniambia niende Express Dennis, go to the Express Lounge. I actually had dinner at Express today. They are very nice food. Shida tu ni wameweka plastic plants mingi, sijui ni plastic kama nini. But yeah, guys, this is it. This is your Jomba Mobili Mogodi. Thank you very much. I am extremely tired. Jana nimeteseka sana. Nilikuwa nimekaa kwa guest house chengine hapo, kitanda ni ile ilitumika na JM Kariuki in the 1970s before Ruto amuue. Before Jomo Kenyatta amuue. I'm so obsessed with President Ruto. I'm sorry. Oh, guys, disameni. No. Good night. Thank you for the support. Guys, I promise you, kama kawaida, the coverage is going to be impartial, whether it is UDA or whether it is DCP. Mtu ambaye ako na maoni yatasikika, na mtu ambaye anataka kupiga kura apige kura vile anataka, ni haki yake kama Mkenya. Good night.